Ladies and gentlemen, January is the time when we all review how photography did in the last year and also do first predictions on what to expect for the new one. All the numbers for 2007 are not yet finalized. We would like to share some tentative data from GfK, which we consider to be very close to the final data. You will understand that we, as a camera manufacturer, will concentrate on data for cameras only. As we have an international audience, we will keep the picture quite global and do not go into specifics of countries. Let me start with the summary. 2007 was a good year for the imaging industry. On a global scale, consumers bought 126 million cameras, which is an increase of 18% compared to the year 2006. It is very clear the positive growth was generated in all regions all over the world. In Europe was again the biggest market with 45 million cameras. This accounted for 36% of global sales. From the 45 million cameras, 10 million were sold in the Eastern European markets. Russia is in that region the most emerging market with a share of more than 50%. The compact camera segment accounted for 93% of the 45 million cameras sold. For the new calendar year, it is expected that this compact category will enjoy further growth in the Eastern European markets, whereas in the Western European markets, demand will stabilize. Some research experts, other than GfK, do even expect a slight decrease. However, even if the total compact segment was shrinking, it would not be as dramatic as predicted 2 years ago. Reason is that camera purchasing has evolved into substantially shorter replacement cycles. Buyers of digital compact cameras replace their model after 3 to 4 years. This is different from film cameras that were kept for a longer time and often replaced only after the old camera broke. It is continuous integration of new and useful features, not limited to the resolution of the sensor, that triggers the consumer's desire for a new camera. Another observation from GfK market research indicates that a compact camera is today a much more personal device in comparison to household ownership in analog times. This trend leads to more purchases and maintains the market at a high level. Another positive aspect in imaging is that camera phones are not a substitute for digital cameras. In Europe, the total camera market grew by 13% in 2007, whilst camera phones were only 7%. Pentax sees in camera phones more photographic inspiration than competition. Whilst camera phones might gain in fun and snapshot imaging, photo cameras will remain the only image-taking device for quality photography. Let me now switch to the single reflex segment. At 7%, it is quite a small segment of the total market, but with high potential for good reasons. The 7% units equate to 25% of the market value. Looking 5 years back to 2002, the film-based single reflex category accounted for 10% of all cameras in volume and 30% in value. A comparable proportion can also be expected quite soon with the digitals. 3 million single reflex cameras were sold in Europe in 2007. As for 2008, the barrier of 4 million units is feasible. With digital equipment with more room for flexibility and creativity, more consumers found and will find a serious hobby in photography. Finally, we would like to share the position of Pentax. Long before any news concerning a merger with Hoya was published, Pentax declared profitability as a major business target for its imaging systems division. In this context, Pentax refrained from defining a market share target, with the only exception being a single reflex area. After some decent initiatives in the DSLR segment, Pentax took off with the launch of its first K-series models in 2006. Top-of-line K10D was the driver to build up a solid position in this segment, and it was rewarded internationally for its outstanding concept, receiving both TIPA and Geyser awards. In Europe, the Camera Grand Prix in Japan, and a number of national awards throughout the world honoring the K10 and Pentax. We should like to take this opportunity to thank you again for this. The K10D, but also the K100D series, were the kickoff for the ambitious target to grow into a number 3 position in the DSLR area with a market share of at least 15% by the end of 2009. We have already reached a number 3 position in many markets, but we have to build up and strengthen further. Of course, this will not be achieved by a celebration of the successful past and present, but with the next generation of products. Today, we want to share a look into the future with you on pre-embargo basis. Thank you very much for your attention. It is now time to go into this. Let me pass the floor to the major topic of today's